I would go on a bi-weekly trip with the church staff to just various places around the Pacific Northwest. And one time we went to this place called the Oneonta Gorge in Oregon. And I heard it was a beautiful hike and that there was a waterfall at the end. And that's all I knew. So I came prepared. They said maybe you might want to go in the water at the end, so bring clothes to get wet. Turns out when we got there, it was this very narrow gorge and we had to actually swim to get there, like at least a mile or more. And we could walk, but it would just take forever because it was probably about up to our waist. And I was terrified. I almost turned back. And some of my participants were there and they all just encouraged me and they said, "You can do it, like just try." And it just really related to just the experience of being an ethnographer. Like you just have to put yourself out there and it's so terrifying and you have to do things that you normally wouldn't. But I ended up making it through and it ended up being so beautiful. My name is Caty Drewniak and the title of my project is Beauty and Brokenness, Being Native and Christian on the Yakama Reservation. I first got interested in my research project because I came in as an English major actually, and I took an American Indian Studies class just as a GE, and I ended up loving it, and I realized how much I didn't know about contemporary tribal situations. And it was just such a great class because all these different speakers came in and just spoke about what they found was important. And I ended up being able to go on a service trip to the very church I ended up studying at for a week long during spring break after that. And since then I was just really interested in how Native people express both their Christian and Native parts of their identity. I think without anthropology I wouldn't be able to get such an in-depth understanding of my topic. I was able to get ethnographic experience, meaning I was able to go out in the field, I was able to live every day with these people, and I was able to live at the church, meaning I saw what they went through every day. I understood the things that their outreach efforts, and I got to know what it was like to live on the reservation rather than if I was just sitting back reading about it. So I think anthropology allowed me to really get in the field, whereas I don't think any other discipline at UCLA I would have had the opportunity to, at least as an undergrad. The Lemelson program was just such an amazing experience because we got to design our own research, and that's just unheard of. None of my other friends get to do this, in other disciplines. For the next Lemelson cohort, I would advise not being afraid to just push yourself and do things that you wouldn't normally do, and don't be discouraged when everything goes wrong, because lots of things will go wrong, but you just have to, when you get to that point when you feel like everything, like you have nothing to work with, just know that everyone has been there and that something will come of this.